I was sitting in the lounge watching TV. It was a typical Saturday afternoon in our house, and even though I complained to Mom sometimes about being bored, the truth is, I liked spending time with my mom. I guess the reason we were so close is because I had never really known my dad. He had disappeared one day when I was about 5 years old. It had been more than 10 years since we had seen him, and we never heard from him again. Suddenly, I heard the sound of someone hammering on the front door.
Go answer that for me, will you, Jake?
Oh, Mom, I'm in the middle of a program.
Jake, come on. I'm busy here.
I opened the door. When I saw who was standing there, I screamed. Dad!
Hello, Jake.
What? How?
Well, aren't you going to invite me in?
I opened the door and my dad walked past me and into the kitchen. Crash! I heard the sound of a plate smashing on the floor and then my mom shrieking.
Oh my God! Darling, you're back!
But before I go on, make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want a chance to earn $1 billion too. When I walked into the kitchen, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. My mom was hugging my dad and her face was beaming with delight. Where have you been for the last 10 years? You just upped and left without a word? Who does that?
That doesn't matter now, Jake. Just be happy that your dad is home.
You might be able to forgive and forget easily, but I want an explanation.
Jake's right. Sit down, both of you. I will explain everything.
My dad told us how he had gone to Mexico on a business trip. But when he got there, he had been framed for a crime he didn't commit.
I've spent the last 10 years in jail. I had no way to contact you, to let you know what had happened.
So you want us to believe that they wouldn't even let you make a phone call? Nothing? To let us know where you were?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. You have no idea what it's like in a Mexican jail. I had no rights.
Oh, darling, it must have been awful for you. But at least you're home now.
Yes, as soon as they let me out, I came straight here. I just want to be with you and Jake.
I looked at my mom incredulously. Well, she might believe his story, but I was still suspicious. I didn't want to upset Mom, though, especially as she looked so happy to have Dad back, so I decided to let it go. Anyway, it's good to have you home, Dad.
It's good to be home, son.
When I went to school on Monday, I couldn't wait to find my best friend Tom and tell him what had happened. You're not going to believe it. My dad is home.
What? Oh my God, you haven't seen him since you were 5.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
Did he tell you why he hasn't contacted you before now?
Oh, he came up with some story about being in jail in Mexico, but I don't know whether to believe him or not.
Well, that's not something he'd make up, surely.
I don't know, bro. I just think it's a bit suspicious, you know?
Do you think your dad realizes you don't believe his story?
Probably. I've been giving him the cold shoulder ever since he arrived.
Well, I think you should stop being so suspicious and just be happy he is back.
I guess you're right. After my conversation with Tom, I decided I would give my dad the benefit of the doubt.